is going on today, guys? Welcome back again. Sorry for the wind. It's a little windy today. It's actually, official weather report is that it's actually supposed to rain here any second now. It's been a little rainy on and off, so therefore we're not really working on the Peterbilt today. I know, unfortunately, you guys wish that we could work on the Peterbilt every single day, but we're gonna bounce to the 08 just because I really just want to get that truck done. I want to start using it. I want to start driving it. So we are going to bounce to the 08, get a whole bunch of parts installed, and just get that thing one step closer to being completely out of the shop, which will also give us more shop space. So that's also another key thing. But I apologize for the little bit of lack of schedule here. We did spend a day with the help of a couple good guys. We got the tree knocked down. So we had to play lumberjack. Had to play lumberjack for a day, but we got it all hauled off. And yeah, the tree is now taken care of. So just another slight interruption. But anyway, just want to show you guys that. I didn't really take any footage of that, but we got it knocked out. And we're going to head in the shop. We're going to go over, actually, we're going to go over some parts. Yeah, we're going to go over some parts because we got a ton of parts to install. So you guys probably want to know what the heck they are. But yeah, let's just hop right to it. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Hopefully, you know what? You guys are probably all getting your Trump checks, so you guys definitely know you're trying to spend some money on some truck parts. Anyway, guys, we have got a table full of goodies that we are gonna get installed tonight on the 08 and get this thing that much further to getting this thing running, getting this thing out the door. You know, right here would make a great place for a lift, which we do not have yet. So this would be nice to get out of here, gain a little bit more room, but that's the goal. We're gonna try and keep plugging away on this baby just to kind of get this thing done. Let's go over a couple of these things real quick, and we'll go ahead and start installing them. First one, real easy. We'll start with this, and then this piece right here. So everybody has seen these, maybe not of the FLEECE brand though. Basically a fuel pump block off plate. We're gonna be utilizing this. Nice piece, nice O-ring in the back, no need for a gasket. But deep down inside here, right here are the factory crankcase vents that go back to your block. You guys can see this piece right down in here with a little hose attached to it right above your computer on your truck. This nice little piece, nice bolts. That bolts right on the side of your block if you're not going to use the factory valve cover, which we are not going to be using the factory valve cover. And we're going to be doing something a little bit different with the venting on the valve cover. So need this piece to block off that on the block. Just a really nice piece from FLEECE. Again, if you guys need anything from FLEECE, use my discount code. It does nothing for me, but just saves you a bunch of money. So with that $1,200 Trump check, you can go make your truck cooler, faster, whatever. Anyway, next up, the grid heater delete plate, which sits right on top of your intake manifold right here, that we're going to use with a stock style intake horn. All this does is look really, really nice because it's black, it's anodized, and has the risers for your fuel rail, and gets rid of your grid heater, which we are not going to be using. So that baby, whoops, a little backwards there, sits like so. Went ahead and got a new fuel rail because ours was just completely trashed. So the guys at Freedom actually hooked us up to that. Freedom Racing Engines. They did some tricks on there with the fuel rail relief. We'll go ahead and go over some of that, but new rail sensor, new rail. Really, the main reason for upgrading the rail was because ours, it's over here. I've shown it to you guys, but if you are just tuning in, this is the reason why we're replacing our fuel rail. Look down inside there, nothing but nasty crustiness. And when you're doing fuel system stuff, the biggest thing that I can stress to you guys is keep it clean, 100% clean. Get some brake parts cleaner, get some, just whatever you can to clean this stuff up. Obviously, we're going to be throwing on our 10 mil CP3 from FLEECE. Once we get this guy on there, that kind of covers that up. Got some beautiful pulleys and stuff. But anyway, that is enough intro. That's enough talking. We'll go over some more of this stuff as we're getting this stuff installed. We'll probably get the coolant bypass installed too. But my goal for this evening is just to kind of knock out putting a bunch of parts on this thing one step further to getting this thing running. Oh, one last thing. As you can see, we've taken some more stuff apart. Of course, our AC compressor's off. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be running a different style of heater core hoses. We're going to swap all those over to AN, courtesy of Full Send Diesel. He makes a complete kit. As you guys know, we kind of messed up one of these clips, but we're going to go ahead and replace all of this stuff, and he makes a really, really nice kit, which I'll show you guys when it comes in. But what we ended up needing to do, this piece down here on the 6.7s, and maybe this is, I'll go over this stuff again when his kit comes in here, but one of you guys reached out to us that had a 5.9 one. The 5.9 one is threaded right here. This one is not. This piece is really just pressed in there. It's a pain in the butt. So we're gonna swap over to a 5.9 lower coolant outlet to swap over to AN because of the threaded piece down there. But yeah, anyway, let's get to it. Real quick, just to show you guys a couple little details, went ahead and took off our heater hoses over there, seeing that we're not going to be using those anymore. Went ahead and cleaned up and painted the front of the engine here. Got the new water pump on and got our CP3 installed. Some of this stuff is kind of hard to see as we're actually doing it. So you can see deep down in there, got our fuel pump block off plate all set. CP3 is installed. Not really a whole lot on our CP3. Just one quick detail on that, what I want to actually go over is the plug here. So you can see the plug actually has the little clip part and then has a cutout part. So what you want to make sure on the FCA here is you can kind of see the tangs on the FCA. One is actually just like an indicator, and then on the other side, one will actually have a slant cut on it. Now, it's real easy to actually get this plug mixed up because it can go on, but you want to make sure the cutout is in the cutout section and the clip is in the actual slant cut part of this clip. So it's actually kind of opposite, because you're like, why would I put the clip part in like that? Makes it kind of makes it a little bit hard to get out, but that is the correct way it goes in. So right there you go. Should sound like that. What we're going to end up doing is, I was going to move to the fuel filter delete block here, but I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to actually get one of their distribution blocks, because all of the return lines on this truck are kind of crappy, especially that one in the back, the one up here in the front, and a distribution block will kind of set us up a little bit better for the future. So I'm going to kind of hold off on that. One other quick thing, I was going to start installing that plate, but what we're actually going to do is going to go ahead and install our injectors over here. As you can see, I kind of got them prepped up, got the new coppers on there, got the new O-rings on there. We're going to go ahead and lube all that stuff up. Went ahead, spent some time, cleaned up all of the crossover tube nut hold downs, the bolts, and where are those things over here? Got some brand new crossover tubes. I always try and do new crossover tubes. Just alleviates any problems that you might have. New O-rings. Guys, biggest thing, obviously, when fuel injection stuff, got to make sure this stuff is clean, super clean. So we're going to go ahead, I think we're going to go ahead and do that. The other thing that we're going to go ahead and do before we kind of keep getting a little bit further back is that FLEECE coolant bypass. We're going to go ahead and put this in the back. Went ahead and cleaned all that up in the back. Go ahead, I put the hose on it now just because it's a lot easier to tighten everything up now. So we're going to go ahead, lube that up, press that in the back of the block. These big old bolts. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. we went ahead and torqued that. So this is pretty much good. Woo! Man, some of the prettiest stuff that you'll never really see. You'll see this a little bit, but this is nice. Nice dress up stuff. Moving along, the injectors are completely done. They're torqued down. What I have found the best luck with, and what I always do, is just follow the OE kind of factory torque sequence of installing injectors. It's 4 steps. You got to do an initial torque on the injector, and you go back and forth a couple times to kind of seat everything and get everything kind of finally firmly planted. So that's what we did. I won't really go over the numbers. I can't remember them off the top of my head. I always have to look them up, but you just want to be careful. You guys can have startup issues and all kinds of issues with injector fuel stuff if you guys aren't careful and at least put new O-rings, new crossover tubes, get this torque sequence down. It can cause problems. So you just want to be careful in this area. Follow what you guys trust, what you guys know, and you guys shouldn't have a problem. But just be careful all throughout in here. Obviously, we're doing some critical things. But anyway, moving on to the valve train, you guys can see that I actually had some pieces installed from FLEECE, from the guys at Hamilton. I want to go over that stuff with you guys real quick. Seeing that we're going to be making some power this time around, we want to upgrade some things that on a factory truck or a truck that's making just a little bit overstock power doesn't really have to worry about. We're going to be shooting for some bigger numbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade our rocker bridges to a FLEECE product. As you can see, there's quite a bit more strength, quite a bit better material. Really what happens is sometimes they get hairline cracks up in here. Again, guys, I'm not saying you need to upgrade this stuff if you're on a little bit over factory stuff. If you're going to be tearing the truck apart, it's never a bad idea to upgrade this stuff. Is much better as far as longevity, strength, but as far as quote unquote needed, I'm not going to tell you that. But obviously, who doesn't love cool, crazy, awesome stuff? Obviously, there's better oiling in there. There is no oiling in the factory stuff. They have made a much better product. So there you go. There's some oiling. There's more strength in the bridge there. And then also in the trunnion, which goes in your rocker here. These things are notorious for kind of getting scored up, getting messed up, galling, whatever you want to call it. They get scored up in here. So here's your factory piece. They do have a little bit of an oiling ring all the way around it. Here's another product from FLEECE that just makes it that much better. You've got way more oiling, a bigger groove, just a much nicer piece, longevity, strength, just overall performance built minded product. And then also obviously push rods. Push rods are number one. If you're going to do anything while you're in there doing valve springs, obviously our valve springs are taken care of, but valve springs, push rods is the number one go-to valve train upgrade. Obviously we're trusting Hamilton to take care of that. We've got some of their extreme duty push rods. And of course, guys, this stuff I put, this is like, you know, go figure. This is the meme. I put this stuff on everything. So up here, down there on the tappets, we're gonna put some up here. We're gonna assemble the rockers with this stuff. So AMSOIL, as always, trusting them for pretty much everything. We're using their brake sparks cleaner, but this stuff is liquid gold. So make sure when you guys are shopping on AMSOIL, use my discount code for you guys, FREESHIPGREGA. Make sure you put some of that in your cart. That stuff's well worth it. You're gonna use it, I promise. But we're gonna go ahead, finish up installing the valve train and move along. get some more of this stuff done. Yeah, this isn't really like officially going on, but I'm gonna put it on because I just need to see it. I just need to see it. Except I should have done this with both hands. All right. Okay. Ooh. Oh yes. My goodness. Like I said, when I say the camera isn't going to do it justice, you guys are just going to have to come out and see it in person. Woo! It's funny because it looks more purple, and then as soon as you put it in the right light, it's the perfect blue. Like, I'm super pumped. So, got the rest of the stuff back from Black Label Coatings, except the exhaust manifold, which is okay. It's not a big deal. I really need to clean up this side of the block, get this side completely done, get this side painted, all that stuff. We're gonna kind of take that back off, obviously cover all that stuff up when we go to do that, but we're pretty much all set for this evening. I kind of wanted to throw that on. Got the grid heater delete plate, got the fuel rail, not completely bolted down. The fuel lines aren't on it yet, but again, I kind of want to get rid of this fuel filter delete. Want to go to a distribution block. That's my kind of screw up. I wish I would have just known that ahead of time, but that's okay. It's okay. We're going to deal with that, but woo! Just to give you guys a little bit better idea of kind of what you're looking at when you look at the top of your valve cover and you see these two crankcase breather lines coming off of there, you can kind of see they Y into one, they come down right into that plate that's on the side of your block. That's what we went ahead and blocked off because we won't be using that, but that's just a little bit more of a detailed look at what the breathers kind of look like. We also went ahead and took off this stupid side cover on the passenger side of the block. This thing that just traps moisture and piece of junk. And then this is kind of like a stupid thing that's attached to your engine mount. We went ahead and did away with that just to make it look a little cleaner. As you can see, our table of parts is slowly diminishing, which I am very, very happy about. We're going to go ahead and put a new rocker injector cover gasket on there. We're not going to be using a lot of that stuff. I'm going to hang on to those studs, but just some miscellaneous stuff. I know a couple of you guys have actually reached out to me about this, and I forgot to respond or it got lost. So I know a lot of people said that they were interested in this. It's a 467 783 with a 0.9 housing. I was going to basically sell it with the cover, probably with the elbow, all that stuff. But guys, I think a lot of you guys missed this point right here. This thing is pretty rusty, and right there, the center section is kind of cracked where I tried to separate it. Now, if any of you guys have any use for this, I'm going to go ahead and start a silent auction. The wheel and cover are in great shape. Thing probably needs a rebuild, but again, if any of you guys see value in this, I know a lot of you guys hit me up about this, but again, it definitely needs some work. Also, this CP3 over here, I know this place is kind of a mess right now. This CP3, I don't think we're really going to hang on to. Obviously, it was working perfect on my truck. Again, it's a used pretty used, 100,000 mile CP3, but 6.7 CP3 in good shape. If you guys can possibly use that, let me know. Couple silent auction bids, let me know. But that's pretty much it. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We got a lot of things coming. Can't wait for this thing to finally kind of be out of the shop and we can drive it again. But that's gonna do it. Thank you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Like button, subscribe. I'm tired. Hey, also, if you're still here, make sure you guys check out the discount codes. I'm gonna put the discount codes down below. We got FLEECE, EVILFAB. Actually, Banks just reactivated our code because we got a bunch of stuff coming up from Banks. I'll put all of the discount codes down below. Check them out. Again, all it is, I'm just trying to help you guys out. That's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.